Right guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, I'm on the Triumph Rocket 3 GT Storm. What an absolute beast. Yeah, I thought I'd just give you a quick walk around it. So I'm just heading over to Castle Combe for a ride out, so I thought I'd take you guys along with me. I'll just do a quick walk around, just go through a couple of the features on it, and then hit the road. Yeah, what an absolute monster. 2.5 litre engine in this. It's just ridiculous. 180 horsepower, 225 newton meters of torque. Just an absolute beast. Look at that size of that tyre on the back as well. I love it. You've got twin brakes on the front, Brembos. Obviously, it's a big heavy bike, weighing it in at around 320 kilos. So it's a heavy beast, so you need some good brakes on there, which it's got. Got the twin lights on the front. Got nice LED indicators. Got a windscreen. But everything on it is just quality. Even the little things like all these little covers and the bolts. It's just quality. Even down to here, that. But you know, it is an expensive bike, so everything's got to be premium on it. All the switch gear, it's just top notch. Even the cylinders for the your fluids, the brake reservoir, clutch reservoir, it's just beefy. Everything's chunky on it. The 18 litre tank on this. I've just fueled it up, and it's gone up to 175 miles on the gauge there. So that's, to be fair, that's not bad. I didn't think it would be as high as that, so it must be pretty decent on fuel. They say it averages about 40 miles to the gallon, but where it's so addictive, giving it the old beans, might be a bit less than that. But yeah, I didn't think that was too bad. Even little details like this, look. Foot pegs built in. Don't even know they're there. It's really smart. For this one, you got heated grips as well, fitted. You got adjustable levers there. You just twist the little dial there to adjust the levers to where you want. That's the same for the brake lever as well. It's got electronic steering lock. It's so good, you just turn it, and when you push that, it cuts the engine off and locks it. So it's pretty decent. Just up in here, you've got your auxiliary there for your power to charge your phone, which is good. They should put that standard on every single bike. It's a godsend. Yeah, it's also shaft drive, so you've got to worry about no maintenance, no chain, no belt. It's just pure beefiness. But everything on it just feels decent, you know. Even when you change gear, you know you've changed gear on it, you know. You clunk it in, it's just, everything's heavy, which I really like the feel of that. Same with the bars. Bars are just thick. Everything's thick on it. It's just an absolute beast. I love it. Everywhere you go, it just looks really good. Another thing I really love as well is the exhaust. That exhaust is the way they've got the 3 into 2, and the other one comes out underneath here. It just blends in. You wouldn't even know it was there. I just think the design on this, they've done a really good job of it. But this being the GT, the difference is you've got the bars that come back. I think on the standard model, they're more of a straight bar. So the bars come back on this, and you've got the forward controls. You've got the rear seat with the backrest there as well. I think that's the only difference really. So I know I said there's not a bad angle on this bike, but I suppose if I had to choose my favourite angle, it'd probably be this one, round about here. I love it because that one-sided swing arm just opens up that whole wheel. It just looks stunning, doesn't it? Look at that 240 tyre on there. I bet they're not cheap. That's probably the only downside, I'd say. It's got so much torque going through that. I can't see them lasting that long. But yeah, God, look at it. Absolute beast. So I'm going to grab a couple of pictures while I'm here. And then, yeah, let's hit the road. Right, let's go. Yes, that's what I was saying earlier. Just headed down to Castle Combe. I've been there a couple of times. Really nice, picturesque place. But hopefully it's not too busy, because you do get quite a lot of tourists there. Quite a lot of coach trips, that sort of thing. So quite a popular place. So hopefully I could park the bike somewhere and go for a bit of a wander about. That's the plan anyway. You know, with this being such a big, powerful bike, it's really not as intimidating as you'd think. You know, when you read the stats, 180 horsepower, 225 newton meters of torque, you think, oh god, you know, it's going to be an absolute animal, which it is, but it's also so easy to ride. It really is easy to ride, but when you want it, it just absolutely goes. You know, you've only got to touch the throttle, that's straight up to 70, just like that. It's so quick. It's got so much presence on the road, you know. You just feel cool on it. With the forward pegs and the bars coming back to you, and the seat just is nicely scooped. So it really holds you, you know, when you open it up, you don't slide at all. But, you know, personally, I quite like the flatter seat, because I like to shuffle around a little bit when I'm riding. With this, I feel like I'm sort of stuck in one place, which is alright, you get used to it, but I like to have that bit of versatility. You can sort of sit back a little bit. That's what I love about the Scrambler. I can sit right forward, or I can sit right back, depending on how I feel at the time. So, but it is comfortable. This is comfortable. It's just so quick. This is only in road mode. You've got sports mode as well, I think. I've just left it in the road mode, because you really don't need anything else. What I'll do, I'll test the brakes. This is a big heavy bike to stop. So I'm doing 70 miles an hour. That's what I'm doing behind me. See how she slows down. Yeah, brakes are good. They're really good, actually. When you've got something this big and heavy, you need something that's going to stop it as well. You know, being so weighty, it's like 320 or 330 kilos. It's a lot of weight to be lugging around, and that's just the bike. And then you've got the rider sat on there as well, depends on how heavy the rider is. So I think I'm like 100 kilos, probably just over that actually. I do need to get down that old gym, I think. So when you look at it, that's like 420 kilos. Just got to slow down, so it's a lot of weight. I can smell a lot of rubber. So I'm hoping it's not my tyres. I'm hoping it's that coach in front. No, it can't be this. Cool. Strong smell though. I think this is a big heavy bike, right? And even at slow speeds, virtually stopped. It's just planted. I can just control it and just sit there and balance it, no problem. It's very well balanced. So I can go right down to basically stopped, and I've got to put my foot down and just balance it. So that's how well balanced it is. Let's go through the lovely town of Marlborough now. It's always so busy here. Such a popular place. So I really quite like the feel of the hydraulic clutch. I think I prefer it to a cable. It's just a different feel to it. I really like it. Now I'm going to be stuck behind that truck. How's that, me boy? Top man. Thank you. Yeah, the old rain's getting heavier now. I'm definitely not going to avoid it. I can see it. It looks like I'm just going to get absolutely drenched. At least we can see what it handles like in the wet, I suppose. But in the dry, it actually handles pretty well. One of the things I was concerned about is in the tight twisty turns, whether it's actually going to turn nicely or not because of the size of it. But it actually turns in quite nice, but I just find you've got to be a bit more steady with it. Just don't overdo the corners. Just go a little bit slower than you usually would, because it is still, you know, a heavy bit of kit to get around a bend, so you've got to be sensible, but it does turn surprisingly well. Quite a nice walk up there. It's Share Hill White Horse. It's up the top there, you've got the horse. Quite a nice little walk along the top there. Done that a couple of times. With the rocket to go up there, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I don't think Triumph would be too happy though, me giving that a go. Well, they definitely have plenty of power to get up there, get a set of knobbly tyres on it. I'd love to try it. The heated grips on it work really well. Just push the button. It comes up on the display there in red, that's obviously your hottest temperature. You push it again, it goes to orange. Then yellow, that's obviously your lowest setting. Then again for off. Such a cool little feature. I think I'll keep them on for now, hands are getting a little bit chilly. I'm still holding out with my summer gloves at the minute, but with the heated grips I'd get away with it. I don't think I can control myself with this. If I own one of these, to be honest with you. I think that rear tyre will just get obliterated. Yeah, currently just heading through Cairn. Once a year they have a massive bike meet here. I've never actually been to it, but I wouldn't mind going. This whole street is absolutely chocker with bikes all up the paths, just everywhere. So I wouldn't mind going to the next one. So I've never actually been before. I keep saying about it, but I just never get around to doing it. I've seen all the photos of it. It looks really good. But what do I think of the overall riding position? But to be fair, it's pretty comfortable. I'm not sure if I would prefer to have the centre controls rather than the forward controls. I'm not too sure, but the forward controls might work better with these bars. You know, but it sort of reminds me of the Indian Scout Bobber I had a few years ago. It's the same sort of setup with the forward pegs and the beach bars on it. Sort of gives me that vibe. The only difference with this is the seat really cups you to stop you sliding back. Whereas on the Indian I didn't have that, so I felt myself constantly pulling forward all the time to keep me on the seat. Whereas this, I could just relax and I know the seat is going to hold me there. So yeah, I do like the riding position of this. And I think the other benefit as well of having the pillion seat is if you're not carrying a pillion, you can put your rucksack on it or just lower the straps down and just let it rest on the seat behind, and it takes all the pressure off your shoulders. That comes in really handy. Well, I haven't done that many miles and it's dropped down 2 bars already. Still showing 136 miles in the tank on here. But yeah, dropped down 2 bars already, so it's pretty thirsty. But it is saying I'm averaging 37 miles to the gallon according to the computer. And a big smash. I mean, one of the big downsides of this bike for me personally is the price, which it probably goes for a lot of people. So this is 25 grand for this. You know, it's big money. Personally, I don't know if I'd want to tie up that much money in a bike. If I was ever going to get one, it'd probably be a second-hand one, a few years old. You know, they're still like 15 grand. It's still a lot of money, but it's just a hell of a lot of money to tie up in a bike. I don't know if I could justify it. We're only a couple of minutes away now. I really did think I was going to get caught in that heavy rain before I got here, but just missed it. It started coming down for a little bit. Must have just went past, which is perfect. I do enjoy this time of year when all the the leaves are coming off. I think it looks really nice, but just got to be so careful. You easily slip on those leaves going around a bend. I've had a few near misses like that before. So this is what I love to do when I go out on the bike. Just find the location that's real picturesque, and you just go to it and just explore it, have a walk around and just enjoy it. Here we are, just coming through Castle Combe. I love all these old buildings. Sorry to get in the photo, sorry. Oh, that'll do, lovely for now. Actually surprisingly quiet today, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a lot busier than this. It's always a shame, isn't it, when you've got building works going on. It's such a nice place like this, and then you've got all the scaffolding up, it sort of ruins the whole vibe, but I suppose it can't be helped, can it? That's a nice little pit stop. Nice to have a walk around and just look at the surroundings. So it's a really nice place to come and visit if you're down this way. Time for a nutritious snack. It's just one of those bikes you could just sit here and look at and appreciate. Just everywhere you look at it, just looks good. You know what I mean? Even when I parked it up, people was walking past, stopping and having a look at it, just having a walk around it. It's just one of those bikes, you know. It is a work of art, really, when you look at it. Get out of here. Right, let's go. That's a nice little place to stop off at. So it's nice and quiet today, but I suppose it is during the week. Yeah, it don't have to turn a lot of heads, this bike. When you go past people, they're always having a good old look. So it's just got so much presence. People see the size of it and they think, what the hell's that? It'd be quite a nice picture on that bridge, but do you know what, I don't fancy tipping over the side by accident into the river. Imagine that. Yeah, so that's Castle Combe for you. Definitely, if you're down this way, it's definitely worth stopping off and having a look. It's a nice place to have a little walk around. Say there's not a lot there. It's just a nice place to stop off and just have a look. As you see in the clips there, if you guys have seen that film Warhorse, that's where they filmed a few of the scenes there. It was quite a big production film. It was a really good film actually, but they filmed some parts there in the village, which is pretty cool. So I'm really loving this bike. It's just so much fun. I love having that power there. There's just so much of it and that torque. It's addictive, you know. It turns in lovely. Acceleration on it. It's just so addictive, man. You knock it up to 4th and then you just use the torque. Get yourself in a lot of trouble with this. I think the big questions are, what do I like about it? What do I dislike about it? I think, for a start, the looks. It just looks stunning. They've just got this to a point. You know, it's such a monster. Not just the engine they put in it, but just the looks of it. It just doesn't matter where you put it, it just turns heads. You know, people look at it and just think, flipping out, look the size of that. You know what I mean? It looks menacing, especially in this colour scheme, all blacked out. It just looks mean, and I just absolutely love the look of it. The main points that I don't like is the price. As I said before, it's an expensive bike. I don't know if I could justify that sort of money for a bike, and also where it's a big bike, I'd actually struggle getting it through the back gate of my house. I couldn't get it through the gate, so I had to leave it on the driveway. I just couldn't get it through, it's just too wide. So that's the downside for me. Well, if you've got a garage, that's perfect. But to be honest with you, there aren't many downsides to this. I suppose the running cost could be an issue. You know, what's the servicing like, tyres, you know, the fuel consumption as well, something to think about. I mean, this is saying 37 miles to the gallon. You know, it's nearly half of what my Scrambler is. So if you want to do a trip somewhere, you know, do a bit more mileage, you're going to have to take that into consideration. You're going to have to be spending more money on fuel. Insurance is probably expensive, so it's, you know, that's probably a downside as well. It's just running costs. But you know, I suppose if you ask the question, would I have one still? Yes. I'm sure I could find a way of doing something with a gate to get it in, and then like the running cost of it, you find a way. You know, at the end of the day, it just puts a smile on your face, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. I mean, I've had a lot of fun on this, so I would definitely consider one later on up the road. So a nice chilled ride back on the motorway to get home. This is lovely on the motorway. I know motorways are boring, but I'd rather be comfortable on a motorway, and this is really comfortable. I've got the cruise control on, which is adjustable. I've got the heated grips on, low, it's just right. I've got my feet stretched out. I'll just sit back and relax. Just so comfortable. Everything you do with this bike feels effortless. You know, it's nice and quiet now. sat at 60, well, 66 I'm sat at. It's quiet, it's minimal vibration. And you can just sit here and just chill, you know. It's just a great bike. Apart from that fuel gauge, which has just dropped down another bar. So we're now on half a tank. Right guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Hope you've enjoyed watching. I'll tell you, I've had a hell of a lot of fun on this in the last couple of weeks. I absolutely love it. If you could give us a like and subscribe to the channel, be much appreciated. Take care. I'll see you guys hopefully on the next one. Woohoo! Fucking hell!